Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, wow. Humans placed in suspended animation for the first time has happened. Exclusively, doctors have placed humans in a suspended animation for the first time as part of a trial in the U.S. that aims to make it possible to fix traumatic injuries that would otherwise cause death. Guys, you're not going to believe this story. This is an incredible scientific breakthrough, but what does it mean for space travel? I'll tell you that in just a second. But first of all, I want to put a shout out to ratefamily.com. That's ratefamily.com. Death in the family can be hard, but unfortunately, we all have to deal with it sooner or later. All of us leave behind final expenses such as funeral costs, medical bills, and other debts. In fact, the average funeral alone is between $8,000 and $9,000. Having no insurance when you die can leave your loved ones with a huge bill to deal with, and no one wants that. Take control of your family's destiny today and have the satisfaction that they will be financially taken care of. Visit www.ratefamily.com and get a free quote. Matter of fact, you can select the best plan to fit your needs and your budget. Burial expenses is very easy to budget, for you can even choose how and how often. Who ever heard of such a thing? How and how often to make the payments. Some members pay as low as $36 a month due to their income level. Visit www.ratefamily.com or pick up the phone and call them right now, today, at 855-919-RATE. That's 855-919-RATE. You'll be glad you did. Tell them Paul Begley sent you, okay? All right, guys, here's the deal. Doctors have placed humans in suspended animation for the first time as part of a trial in the United States that aims to make it possible to fix traumatic injuries that would otherwise cause death. Samuel Tischerman at the University of Maryland School of Medicine told New Scientist that his team of medics has placed at least one patient in a suspended animation, calling it a little surreal. What does it mean? When they first did it, he said they wouldn't reveal how many people have survived as a result, but the technique officially called emergency preservation and resuscitation, or EPR, is being carried out on people who arrive at the University of Maryland Medical Center in Baltimore with acute trauma, such as a gunshot wound or a stab wound, and have a heart, and they're already in cardiac arrest. Their heart will have stopped beating. They will have lost more than half of their blood. There is only a minutes to operate, with less than 5% chance that anyone would survive. They take these people and they start rapidly cooling the person by 10 to 15 degrees Celsius by replacing all of the blood out of their body with ice cold saline. The patient's brain activity almost completely stops. They are then disconnected from a cooling system, and their body, which would otherwise be classified as dead, is moved to the operating theater. A surgical team then has 2 hours to fix the person's injuries before they warm them back up and restart their heart. In other words, they are dead. We're not talking about putting somebody to sleep. We're talking about putting somebody's heart is already stopped. Drain the blood out of them. Put ice cold saline in their blood vessels. Put them on ice and cool them down by 15 degrees Celsius. And then go in and do an operation to repair the gunshot wound, the stabbing, whatever it is, the trauma. And then slowly start warming their body back up, and then re-shock them and try to bring them back to life. They've done it, and they can do it. And this is unbelievable. Now, what does this mean? Well, the average person's body temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. So imagine cooling someone down 15 degrees Celsius. This is insane. But by doing this, you literally put a person in suspended animation or hibernation. Now, we did a story a couple of days ago that they're working feverishly on space travel, where they want to be able to put a human body on suspended animation or hibernation for a long period of time, like 6 months, and then be able to wake the person, warm them back up, wake them back up, restart their heart, and bring them out of this tube of a suspended animation for space travel. Okay, I'm talking about if you have a spacecraft that's headed to Mars, they want to be able to make a small craft that use less fuel so that you could have enough fuel to get people to Mars and back. The only way to do it is make a very small spacecraft and the 3 or 4 people in the craft in tubes on suspended animation. Then when they get there, they arrive. This is once they've already dropped some pods on Mars, and people can then put in their suits, go out, start putting up their pods, and then at some point they can get back into the little craft, go back. One will stay back, I guess, however this works, and then send 1 or 2 people back. Okay, or so they're looking at cost, they're looking at the ability to save fuel, they're looking at a way to make it work. So this, though, is a great thing if this works to help save lives, which they're obviously using in the University of Maryland. But believe me when I tell you this, it has everything that's done in the military, everything that's done in super scientific experiments are done for multiple reasons, not just one. And so we'd already have talked about suspended animation. Okay? Central Michigan? What? So just want to give you a heads up on what's going on around the world. Guys, we'll be live at 12 noon Eastern with a great program. You're not going to believe the stuff that's going on, including the president's 1-hour phone call to Fox News. And what is Jesse Waters saying about the Shift Show? And what else is going on with the apocalyptic, strangest weather conditions they've ever seen in the history of Australia? And tons of stuff going on in Israel, the Middle East, and the EU and the UK and everything. Guys, you won't believe what's going on. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're living in the last days. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Now remember something. Can a man be raised from the dead? Only Jesus Christ has that power. But what are they doing here in Maryland? I'll be back with more.